Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft episode. Last time we had a very brief foray into magic. It was a bit quicker than I was anticipating. Unfortunately, I also didn't record the Naga fight, so apologies for that. I probably should have recorded that and showed you, even though I died a ton of times. But we did get the Naga killed with some help in the end. Anyway, today we are going to look at finishing off a bunch of circuits and batteries. So when we went to the Twilight Forest, I mined a bunch of lead, so I finished this one, which was just to get some lead dust. Now we're going to make some battery alloy, apparently. Small battery hull, some tin cable, got that already. So battery alloy plate, pretty easy stuff. Made from battery alloy ingot, which is alloy smelter, antimony and lead. So yeah, very, very easy actually. So let's grab, since we've got tons of lead, let's make a whole pile of it. Antimony, 32 and 8, that should be enough. Cool, so that's going to make ourselves some battery alloy. And the other thing we wanted to do was this empty circuit board stuff. So copper wire, yes, I managed to complete that already. A small pile of gallium arsenide dust. Now we did this a couple of episodes ago. We got ourselves some gallium arsenide. No, tiny pile, one across. Small pile, there we go. Let's just make all of it. Complete. And now we need to make a diode. So the diode is made, yep, in the assembler with our fine copper wire and the small pile of gallium arsenide with some, now new stuff. Molten polyethylene. Don't think we're going to have that yet. Molten glass. Yep, we can do molten glass. Wafer. No, let's do it with the gallium arsenide and molten glass. That seems like the way to go. Or 1,000 molten glass. There's two different sorts of molten glass. We'll see how we go. What I'm going to do though is down here we've got molten soldering alloy, but there's only a tiny bit there. So let's grab our plunger, right click that, get rid of that, and we'll see just how much goes in. We can't do that. Alright, so let's see, not molten polyethylene, what are the other things we can use? Yeah, just glass. So fluid canning machine is the only way to get that particular sort of glass, and the darker glass, that one is from the fluid extractor, but from raw sand. That's fantastic. Okay, so that means we've got an easier way of doing this, which means 2 of these in there. No, must be too much power. 28 EU per tick from quartzite. 48 from sand. 54 from tiny pile of glass dust. And everything is higher beyond that. So it looks like if we're going to do it this way, we're going to need quartzite dust. Quartzite from, yeah, we can get it from crushed Certus or quartz sand. Quartz sand or Certus quartz. Now, we do have a bunch of that somewhere. Certus quartz, yeah, we got a ton of it here. So what I might do, I'll set a bunch of this going. Let's grab the usual half a stack. Item auto output, throw this. So this will go up there, this will wash it, and we'll get some stuff going with that. So I'll let this process. I'll come back and we'll get some of the stuff done for the diode at least. The battery alloy down here though, oh look, we made tons of that. We want 10 of it to be plates, and then 5 tin cables. Do we have 5 in here? Yes, we do. Awesome. Okay, so it's not taking too long. So we need that, and then what do we need for this? The battery hull is just... Alright, the cable's on top of that. We make the hull. Oh, awesome. So that's going to be pretty easy to do. And then we get to choose sphalerite, lepidolite, glauconite, cinnabar. We've got quite a bit of all of these. Sphalerite's probably the most valuable to us because I think it's the one that comes from the nether. I've got tons of these other ones all over the map, so we'll leave those. I may as well just wait for this to finish. There we go, tiny pile of quartzite dust. This Actually, if we do this, can we get more out of it? No, barite and Certus quartz. Yeah, so it might actually take a little bit longer to get all of the quartzite, especially... Let's just have a quick check. How many do we need? 8 diodes. Alright, so we get 4. If we're going to use this particular molten glass here, we get 2 each time. Not the best. Not the best, but it's not as bad as... that one. So still 2 even with this molten glass, and this molten glass is only from a molten glass bucket, which we're only going to get from the smeltery. So yeah, we've got spare canning machines. We could probably do it that way at a pinch. What I'm more inclined to do... Oh, there we go, battery alloy. Complete. And throw that there. Ding. Come on. Yeah, awesome. So, sphalerite, claim. Wow, okay, we have unlocked a ton of other stuff. Electrotine, I don't even know where electrotine is. Oh, mixture of redstone and electrum dust, it's cool, so that's what we need for that. And we can make our first batteries. Big meteorite, 1024 skystone. And 1024 skystone dust, 48 rare earth, 2 cadmium. Now we've got a lot of these things kind of already, actually. Skystone, skystone, skystone. I'm pretty sure that's black granite. Yeah, I thought I'd gotten some skystone somewhere. There we go, skystone, 4 times 64. Okay, not 1024, so I'm gonna need to go and find some more of that. Not too hard to do. Oh yeah, and this is just to make, presumably to make the compass thing. How to get sodium, glauconite, pentlandite, soapstone, and talc. I'm going to need to do some mining. Salt, rock salt, spodumene, and lepidolite. I know I've got those around the place, so yep, more mining. And then IC2 batteries. Awesome, molten redstone and a canning machine. Yeah, that's the only way to do that. All right, so I am going to go away and do a bunch of things because it's going to be a bunch of boring mining and probably some more processing of this, because quartzite still seems to be, yeah, maybe the best way of getting these diodes, at least to begin with. Yeah, unless, okay, polyethylene is not going to happen anytime soon. Molten glass is, yeah, fluid extractor. It's the only thing that happens in the LV stage. And other than this sort of molten glass, I mean, I could do it this way. We'll see how we go. I might have to rejig some stuff and put a fluid canning machine over here. I've got plenty of these. They're kind of over that way by the other fuel processing thing that I was doing, so I needed a bunch of canners. So I might bring that across. Yeah, and then just use a smelter to get some glass. That might be easier. I'll see how we go anyway. I still need to do that mining anyway. So I will be back in just a moment once I've done some mining and bits and pieces, and we've got a bit more materials to get a bit further in those quests. See you in a bit. So I've done a ton of mining. I even went and managed to get 16 stacks of skystone. There's only 14 in there. I do have 1 stack over there and another stack. There's a macerator over there that's running as well. That is to get us the next step of this, which is then 48 rare earth. Yep, we are definitely going to get to that. The other thing that I did is I managed to find all of the sodium lithium stuff, all of the salt based ores, as well as this one, the glauconite, pentlandite, soapstone, and talc, all in the same vein as well. And now we are getting towards one of these. So I thought we'd do the electrotine one first. Small battery hull. Awesome. I think wherever they are, the ones that I made before. Yep, there, small battery hull. I've also got gold and silver to make some electrum. Now, you do need to do this in a mixer, so program circuit 1. The water shouldn't matter, so it should be enough just to make some electrum. And then this thing is the same where, actually just with redstone and no circuit. So we're gonna need What are we doing? 6? So it looks like you get quite a lot of electrotine out of this. Come on. Awesome. So we're going to need 6 of that, small battery hull, and then this makes a battery, which we're going to need to do in the canning machine. That would be back here, the basic canning machine, which we're going to need a pump, LV machine hull, some glass, tin cables. There's 5 already. No. 11. What do I need? 2 of those. Need the circuit in there. That's where I stole it. 2 of those. So we've got 2 circuits already. What was it? A basic canning machine. 2 circuits, 2 tin cables, the LV machine hull, and some glass. 2 tin cables. What do we say? 3 glass? The pump. The pump is going to take a little while. Yep, because I need a whole bunch of things. Alright, so what I will do, once again, is let's just make that first and then that. Yeah, I'm going to need 4 tin cables as well. Awesome, so we're just going to need the pump. The pump's pretty easy to make these days. I do have this ring, which I can throw here to get the 2 rings. The tin rotors is pretty easy, so we just take that out before that one's done. And then all I'm going to have to do is find... Yeah, I've got the motor already, got the tin cable, tin screw. Oh, we've got a tin screw already, so really all we need is the bronze fluid pipe and the tin rotor. So tin rotor is 1 of those in there, 4 of those, and there should be in the assembler 4 plates in a ring with some molten solder. I've come this far, I might as well just do this now. Oops, no, don't want that. There we go, molten solder. Have our... what do we need? That one there. Hammer. File. Tin ring. Awesome. 4 of these. And then... Cool, and then the other thing we needed was bronze, which would be in there. There's our rotor. Cool, so we nearly have everything other than... Okay, so it's the wrench on the left, hammer on the right. Close, pump, done. Easy. Basic canning machine, nice and fast. Cool, loop back tier 2 and some more coins. Oh wow, okay, so this is how we unlock all those. So we did actually need to make that canning machine. So let's throw it up there, seeing as we've got power there. There's the electrotine and the battery hulls. Electrotine battery. So we've done that. Right, and now we just need a battery. So 6 of those and a battery hull. So 1 and... Cool. Easy, easy. So that's a Project Red battery. We want... Oh, diamond plate. Glowstone plate. Well, electrotine seems kind of cheap. Glowstone we've got quite a bit of. Diamond plates are actually pretty hard to get just yet. We need to make a cutting machine at some point to get that. So for now, I'm going to choose those. And then what are we up to? Like basically, IC2 battery. Fluid canning machine, molten redstone. Okay, we haven't got that quite yet. Just throw those up there. And what are the other ones that we just unlocked? So, lithium battery. So, small lithium battery is... There we go, 2 lithium and a battery hull makes that. And then... Okay, so we have to charge it up. Now, charging it up is going to be interesting. I wonder, actually, let's... Do we have lithium in here yet? Marble, rare earth, fullers, steel. You know what? I don't think I have lithium yet. What else have we got? Sodium? Sodium dust? So we're going to have to grind up a bunch of glauconite and do some of the process for that, because I don't think I've even got sodium here. Cobalt. Cadmium we might be able to do there. We've got some cadmium. Bet you that's the other one. Yep. So, small cadmium battery. 2 dust and a small hull. That's nice and easy. Let's get that one done. Okay, machine 2 of those. 1 of those. Awesome. Cool, small cadmium battery and charge incomplete. Now, can I charge this in here? Nope, sure can't. Okay, so I'm going to need to figure out how I'm going to charge these things. Charge in any GregTech machine. Ah, right, yes, now I remember. They can be charged in this bottom slot. Yeah, cool. And one of the things you can do is you can actually leave a battery in this bottom slot. Now, it's all coming back to me now. You can put the battery in here and leave it here, and it will supply a boost for the machine if you run out of power, like if you ever go under voltage or anything like that. Actually, I can't take full credit for remembering that. Jane, who helped me in the last episode with the Naga, actually pointed that out to me earlier today. So, another good tip from Jane. Cool, so that's going to be able to charge that. We can, I presume I can... Can we charge this guy here? Okay, not entirely sure what that one's for just yet. We'll leave that by the wayside. Now, the other thing that I was going to do, we were talking about this, which was going to be the glass for this. So, it is going to be easier. I mean, I do have the quartzite, but one of the things I thought would be easier is to just do the broken glass in here instead. We have got... Yeah, I need to find another assembling machine, or just get rid of that solder from there. Which means using my plunger again. It's a bit of a waste, but do we really want to do it? So I needed... What was it again to get the glass? It was this glass. Ah, the fluid canning machine. And I don't think I have one over here. No, I don't. But I do have more over here. Basic fluid canner. Let's grab that. And then fill that, and we want the fluid canner there, and we want it to output on that side, and then we want to solder. At least is pretty cheap, so we can just clear that out of there, grab this. What the hell? Why is that still going? Wow, okay, so that's not so great. I wonder why that's happening. So we get our bucket back, we can fluid auto output. That goes to there. Excellent. And then what was with the diode? small pile and the 4 fine copper wire. Small pile of tin dust is not what we want. We had gallium arsenide and, oh my gosh, goldfish memory. Fine copper wire, that's right. Actually, we only need 2 of these. This should make all the stuff we need. Meanwhile, how's that going? Slowly. So, wow, okay, so this is going to be I wonder if I can get this on here in time. Yes. And one more. Actually, no, that's all I need. Cool, so we can throw that one in there, throw that one in there, throw that one in there. Now we have, yep, bunch of molten glass. The rest of that in there, and this should be the 8 diodes that we need. Cool, cool, cool. Now, while that's happening, let's throw that over there. Have a spare extractor we can put, yeah, somewhere. I haven't really been using it that much anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Throw that away. The copper back. I'm starting to get to a point where I need more. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do some more mining. Try and find some more things. Cool, so there's 4. So we're gonna need 8 of those, and then hopefully this will open up something. What do we want? Silicon, polyethylene pulp. That's interesting. Need to probably figure out how to make that at some point. 2 panels, and we should end up with, yeah, 2 clear glass panes. Let's recycle those. Come on, last one. So on here, actually the cadmium battery is probably, yep. Awesome. Right, so this is where, battery alloy dust, cadmium dust. We got heaps of all of those things really. Battery alloy dust, lead and tin, yeah, we got, sure. Actually, let's just go for the loot bag. Cool, so now we've unlocked the battery buffer, machine hull, tin wire, a normal chest. Cool, not too bad. And there's the other one of those. Cool, and we want the, let's just go for the silicon, polyethylene, or polyethylene, yeah, let's go for the silicon, why not? Cool, so this has unlocked good circuits, which is one of the things I've sort of been aware of that's coming down the pipeline. Oh, another 12 electronic circuits, what a pain that is. All right, so I'm not gonna be able to get this one done anytime soon, but we have been working up to this. So we have got the 4 good circuit boards already. The 8 diodes we just made, 4 steel iron casings really easy, copper wire really easy. Electronic circuits, well, not really easy, just very time consuming. But one of the things that we're gonna do is once we make good circuits, I believe, once you have a good circuit made like that, you can use said good circuit in, there's something in here that lets you, like it's a circuit assembly machine, I think. Yeah, wow, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, we will get up to that once I get there. So I am gonna cut this one more time, just because I want to get these circuits done, those 12 basic ones, which is going to take me quite a while to do. We'll also try and figure out the hydrogen sulfide and water in the chemical reactor. So I'm going to need to mix up a bunch of stuff. you have some spare hydrogen sulfide. So, sulfuric acid with some sulfur and water in a chemical reactor. Spare hydrogen sulfide. But that's sulfuric acid. Hydrogen sulfide and water, right, okay. So I do have, yeah, we do have hydrogen sulfide left over somewhere here. There we go, 5 of them, 5 hydrogen sulfide. So yeah, that's part of the work over there that I want to do. So this is probably going to be one of those breaks. It's a big one for me and a small one for you guys, just because I need to make a bunch more machines, which means I'm going to need to harvest more materials and make a bunch of circuits and a whole bunch of that boring stuff. So I will be back in just a moment, and hopefully we'll be a bit more set up for this sort of stuff going forward. So I'll see you back here in just a second. Okay, so like I said, quite a bit of time has passed for me and not much for you at all. I did a bunch of things, went and did some mining. I have managed to get myself some sodium and where did I put it? Maybe this one? Some lithium. So that's for these other two quests here. So reusable battery, lithium and sodium. So we need a small lithium battery and to charge it, as well as the sodium battery and to charge it. So let's just quickly make the sodium one. So the sodium one has 50,000 EU. The lithium one is 100,000 EU, which means the cadmium one is there, 75,000. Awesome. So let's just throw that. Oh, no. Oh. Did I get it? Sodium. Right, so it did count. Whew. I suddenly thought I'd skipped right over the claiming of the rewards bit. Alright, so that is done. The other thing that I did while away is I went and mined 1024 skystone, completed that bit, ground the whole lot up into that, completed that bit. It does want you to put the crushed skystone through through a centrifuge or something to get rare earth. It's a chance from there, but because I've been doing my redstone through all of this anyway, I'm pretty sure redstone is where I've gotten all of the rare earth from. I've got over a stack of rare earth, and I got a little bit of cadmium anyway, so I managed to finish that quest. And battery buffer. Now, battery buffer is an interesting one. I might actually make this. So we've got 4 tin wires, an LV machine hull, and a chest. Now, I did have a machine hull already. Let's grab a couple of those. Do we have any chests? Yes, we do. Fantastic. So, chest, machine hull, some wires. Huzzah! Complete. Loot bag. Claim that. Oh! LV battery buffer 4 slots. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So when you hold 4 batteries, it means that you can actually have the 4 amp output. So we want to make one of these 4 times tin wire. Congrats. Thanks, Jane. How many of these do we want? Oh, they're there. 4 goes to 8. And 8 of them are... Yeah, okay, so we need another 4. So now, back over here, we should have, not the cadmium one, but we should have a full sodium battery. Lithium is still going, but we can at least get the sodium one done. Complete. Now what do I want? Tin cable, battery alloy, or sodium? Let's just get a plain old loot bag, you know what? We want... Let's just throw that in there, that in there. Yep, throw that away. Come on. Actually, while that is happening, let's grab the other chest, all of these cables, and make... No, what am I missing? What am I missing? 4 times tin wire, LV machine hull, and a chest. 4 times, 4 times. Oh, looks the same. I need the other machine hull. All right, there we go. Awesome. So this will let us, like I said, this will let us buffer out. Oh, and we get the arc furnace now. Cool, it needs 3 amps of power and it needs oxygen. Okay, so we're going to leave that for now. This episode, like I said, I wanted this to be more about the battery side of things. Will that unlock that one? Excellent, let's go for the loot bag again as well. Cool, so that's pretty much all the battery stuff other than the IC2 battery. The IC2 battery is going to take a little bit longer because we just need to get some molten redstone. I may do that between now and next time. It's just a bit tough because it's 31 EU per tick, so it needs to be really close to the generator. Actually, we have a fluid extractor here. How much does it take? 288. Fluid canning machine. Yeah, okay, so if I put a canning machine on top of that, potentially, that is... Yeah, it's 3 blocks away from the generator, but I think it'll top up the power from one of the other generators. So even though... Yeah, it'll just chew up 2 amps, I think, trying to smelt the redstone. You know what, let's just try it really quickly. Let's see how much we get. Turn off the auto output. Yep, so it'll work just fine. And we get 144 out of it, so that's pretty awesome. As it says, it needs 2 of them. And we need... No, those are tin pipes. Let's just throw those there. Throw that up there. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, let's do it with 4. So the other thing that I will show you just while we're here, I have started on a bit of a refinery over here. So what I've got happening is we've got a centrifuge to put oil sands in. So at the moment it's just rigged up for oil sands, not raw oil. Oil sands, and then what we did last time, same through a distillery and through the chemical reactor with some hydrogen, and we end up with some light fuel out the side. And this is our 64 bucket tank we got as a reward. I did end up plumbing in the creosote all the way over to here, and this is where one of these battery buffers might actually come in handy, because with all of these machines running, it doesn't quite have enough power from this, but it only happens at various points throughout the process. So I still think overall one of these will probably be able to power it, but it just needs a battery buffer with a couple of batteries in it. If it's only got 2 batteries in it, it'll only spit out 2 amps. And that way we can actually regulate the power to here a little bit more, or flatten it out. So without needing a whole nother generator and wasting a whole bunch more creosote in the tanks internally and stuff, we could just do it this way with the batteries. And then for the brief period of time that one of these electrolyzers needs to run at the same time as this, it won't choke everything up. And speaking of electrolyzers, that's what we're doing here with the fluid canner. Water goes in there. This spits out electrolyzed water cell, and then when you get 3 of those, it'll spit out 2 hydrogen and an oxygen, which I've just been manually putting the hydrogen down there. I think we can use... There's an item filter block from GregTech that I will try and use there at some point. And then, because this is light fuel, what I'm thinking is we'll put heavy fuel over here, same sort of setup in a mirror. Heavy fuel comes to here, and then the light and the heavy will jump into 2 canning machines, and the canning machines will go to the mixer, and the mixer will spit out diesel, and then we can have a tank for some diesel fuel somewhere. And that will be our diesel power. Now the other thing you might notice is my little constellation of stars with all my bookmarks is back. I've actually been trying to hunt out some extra points, extra ore that I haven't managed to find yet. There's kyanite and mica and pollucite, I think, are all in one of the veins, and I'm going to need that at some point. So that's what I was hunting for. Anyway, let's grab this. we're gonna need the canning machine. Do we have one spare? Bit of a spare mixer. Oh, no, we're gonna need a wrench. Now I'm gonna steal this one just quickly. It's only been used for water, so it doesn't matter about water being infinite. And then we're going to need to put, so that has got the redstone in it. Oh, slight pause there. Okay, so we'll throw that there. That's got the redstone. We'll throw that way. We'll make sure the output is on the top. And we will fluid output. There we go. And then probably, is it just the other small battery hull? RE battery. Sure is. And super fast. Wow, okay. Let's do that first. And detect complete. And now we need to charge it, presumably the same way. Yep, although a little bit faster, 10K. Yeah, it's not quite as large as the others, but industrial craft, we're going to need these for a few other things. I don't think we'll use the RE battery for actual battery powered stuff, but we're going to need it for things like electric tools and stuff eventually. Come on, come on. Hurrah! Complete and complete. And we can use bread, a universal fluid cell with molten redstone. That's just what we always wanted. Wow, so that's pretty good. We've pretty much done the battery tech. Now, the other thing from just before the break that I was doing was this stuff. So we had 4 of those, 8 of those, the rest of the good circuits. And I did make a whole pile of electronic circuits, which is what we needed. Let's just throw these batteries in here first. Throw these out of the way. Random bread. All right, so that was just this good circuit. So steel item casing, we need 4 of those and 8 copper wires. Where are we? There. Oh, and I was making some more raw iron as well. Let's throw those back. And we need the steel. Oh, look, we've got 5 there. Still haven't quite made the rest of those. And 8 times copper wire. Da, 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 da. Ding ding. Yeah, there we go. Good circuits. Cool. And now we need to make 4 of these good circuits. Ouch. These are so expensive. Wow. And a lot of fanfare. So what do we get? Some wine, some beer. Well, they obviously think you deserve a drink after this one. So we will claim that. And now what do we lead to? Scanning bees, crops, and more. So the basic scanner. Awesome. So I might just make that in between now and next time. Oh, yeah. More circuits, more circuits. And the other thing that this may have unlocked for us, let's just get those out of the way. Auto mining, we want to do that at some point. What was that? That's the laser engraver we need to do at some point. Oops, I haven't clicked on that. But we are really starting to get towards the end of tier 2. Yeah, I need to make these 2 at some point. Refinery gas, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use refinery gas much. It doesn't look like it's part of the major quest line. This one is, though, naphtha, so I am going to need to make the 7 naphtha cells. We did make sulfuric naphtha before, so we're just going to need to do a similar sort of thing where we're going to need to put some there with some hydrogen and get that out, same as what we did with the other stuff. And then the arc furnace is probably one of the things we're going to need to get to. As for next episode, I might take a little detour. We do want to do some defense stuff because I think this opens up some of the turrets. One of the things that's actually been happening behind the scenes, which I haven't mentioned, nighttime, is my lovely little Steve's Carts tree farm. Now, you might notice there's no trees up there, and I've had to sort of turn it off, and that's because, we've turned it on, and that is because I've lost 2 carts so far, and the carts are not terribly cheap. Well, not at this point in the game anyway. So what I might do is we'll head through this thing and try and get some turrets and defense, because maybe it's mobs destroying them, maybe it's a problem on the server. I haven't quite figured that out yet. So we'll do an episode on that. Now that we have good circuits, I think, what's tier 3? MV machine hull. Yeah, so we're going to need aluminium for that, and we can't get aluminium until we get the ingots, and we can't get the ingots until we get the blast furnace, and the blast furnace 120 EU per tick with 4 amps. Amps unspecified and voltage unspecified. See, that there means it doesn't actually need 128 EU per tick feed. We could do 4 lots of 32 into there, which is what we're actually going to do in order to get, there we go, aluminium. And the other thing that this might have opened up is under multi-block goals. Yes, time to get more steam. So I've been waiting for this one as well. The bronze firebox casing. This goes to the 800 liters of steam. 10 basic steam turbines. The large bronze boiler. Awesome. So we might do an episode on that as well, and replace our... Wow. Lots of bronze. Okay, so I'm going to get a lot of bronze between now and next time, and probably replace this railcraft one because it is just not quite keeping up at times with these. Maybe we'll move the steam over there somewhere, or yeah, we might rejig this. I might move the boiler to here, make the steam tank a little bit bigger, or maybe run another steam line out here. I'm just trying to think of how we can use the steam a bit better and put some more power in some other places from the same setup, rather than duplicating power everywhere. Yeah, so plenty of episodes of stuff to come up with. Again, not sure what I'll do next time yet. I suspect we'll get into some of this defense stuff, maybe. Maybe that'll be good. Steve's carts, yeah, nothing else opened up there. Forestry, yeah, looking a bit nasty still. Not too hard. Yeah, plenty of stuff anyway. But for now, I think that is us. I have talked enough, and we've done all of our batteries. This whole bottom corner is now pretty much opened out, and we have the better circuits. I'm not quite sure where the quest is for the circuit assembler. We do really want to get the circuit assembler at some point. Yeah, that'll let us make all the circuits a lot easier, because at the moment they're quite expensive. Anyway, as I said, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.